Hello friends and adventurers, and welcome back to Sally Cat Plays Exile 3, Ruined World. I've made my way back to Sharamik after disabling the main altar in the big troglodyte temple, which should be good enough for Commander Corey to give me authorization to go on the mayor's mission. Also, the ring I got off of the dead ogre mage a little while back is a silver ring of protection. Not bad. I'll see if I notice anyone taking more damage or dying more often than I want and slap that on them. Come on, aim the thing properly. Mission. She smiles. I have to hand it to you. You've done us a great service. Maybe Mayor Knight chose well after all. I've already sent my permission to him. Good luck to you. Yay! So the Troglo Temple does have another altar that I want to go back for when I'm just a little bit stronger. Guardian Demon on that one is not one to take lightly. He shakes his head. The problem remains. You have not received permission from Internal Affairs. Speak with Levin. No required permission, no scroll, and no reward. Right. Okay. I don't have the proper filing fee. Ah, dang it. I'm short by like 2 gold. Ugh. Well, I guess I have to go and get some gold somehow. Say, Levin, you're the jobs dispatcher. Do you have anything doable? Slay a wolf and take it to Kalok. 2 of these are in Gale, which I still have a little bit of trouble getting to. I could potentially take care of this one over time. I just don't know how much I want to risk not being able to complete it. So I'm going to save my game and make sure my backup is saved. Because I'm basically I know the general area of where Kalok is, and I think I know where I can find a wolf to slay that won't automatically run from me. Granted, it's going to take a little while to gain that 700 gold. So I'm going to have to go hunting elsewhere. Harumph. Okay, I have to actually use the thing. Okay, that's Midori, and here's Kalok, up a little bit north of Lorelei. Also, Kalok and Malok, for those who might not be aware, is a little bit funny if you know anything about computer science. And I believe memory allocation, but I would have to go back and double check on that myself. But what I'm thinking is I want to go down back into Carnold Province and explore some of this area that I haven't actually done yet. Before I get just hilariously overleveled for it, too. Gidrick's East. Right, so I am here. Yeah, let's just follow the road down to Gidrick. Here's Gidrick. Was Gidrick where I can pick up some horses, which I may or may not have enough gold for? I think Gidrick is where I can get another set of horses. Mm-hmm. Ah, 500 gold. Excellent. You pay Brick. He says, "The stable's around back. One of the groups of horses there is now yours. Take good care of my babies." I will try, sir. I will try. But first I will have to unlock the door. Look at your man, now look at me. Now back at your man, now back at me. I'm on a horse. With the most delightful coconut, clopping sound when I walk. I can now travel on the overworld roughly twice as fast. Woohoo! Okay, can't get across the river that way. Can get across the river this way. But there is empty map, and I cannot let that stand. Oh, so much empty map. With the horses, I can also outpace random monsters on the overworld, should any happen to appear. I cannot cross over mountains, though. Your woodsman skills alert you that something is suspicious. Looking up, you see dozens of goblins on the cliffs above, preparing to throw rocks down on you. You back away before your brains get knocked out. Goblin infestation might be a decent source of money and/or wolves. Keep away. Interesting. Keep away from what specifically? Hello? A band of humans have built a dirty shantytown up here in the hills, surrounded it by a rock wall, and seem intent on being left alone. A sign says, "None come in. This means you." Approach? Well, I am an adventurer, so of course I have to investigate. The hill dwellers allow you to approach. Their elder, a grey-haired, aromatic old gentleman, comes to the gate to greet you. "Hi," he croaks. "Normally, anyone gets this close, we stick 'em, on account of they might have slimes with 'em. Now that the slimes is gone, we open for business." He hawks, spits, and holds up a brown clay jug. "We makes this stuff, and nobody else does. Sells it for a good price. Hurts like hell going down, but picks you right up. Want some?" "Sure." Medium healing potion. For pretty cheap. Meh? Okay, can't do anything there. And clearing out my map square by square. And I've been to Bolton. Steam rises from several vents in these hills, and you find a few natural hot springs. There must be some localized volcanic activity nearby. Same message. And same message. And investigating for no reason at all, wink wink, I find some lava. Reaching the end of a secluded path, You find the center of the volcanic activity in this area. A massive fumarole, bubbling hot mud and sulfurous gas. You can't really concentrate on the view, however. Your attention is seized by the drake bathing in the mud. It's the biggest such creature you've ever seen, 30 feet high and 50 feet from head to tail. It sees you when you see it. It doesn't seem hostile, but that could change at any moment. Attack it? That would be foolish. It walks over to you slowly and somberly. Each step of the massive creature crushes stone. When it's close, it begins to speak. Little flames come out with each word. I am Sturgnos, lord among drakes. I wish to purchase the aid of a few humans, and you will do. Some smaller members of my kind have threatened to come here and fall upon me, hoping for the wealth and status such an attack would confer. It chuckles deeply. I feel I could defeat them, but I did not reach this age by being incautious. If you help ensure my victory, I will reward you. Will you? Fight with a drake instead of against one? Yeah, sure, let's try it. Eventually, this must have been meant to be another message rather than the generic Steam vent one. Eventually, the drake moves out of its lair, each step making the ground vibrate under your feet. It says, "The enemy approaches. Ready yourself." Sure enough, not long after, a horde of drakes slithers into the valley, ready for blood. We're fighting against fire lizards, drakes, and more drakes. And our allies are giant lizards. And a big honkin' drake. Oh boy. Drake Lord. Yeah, I would not want to fight one of those, even with my current skills. Eep. Let's get my Bless and Haste on. I'm pretty sure I've scryed a drake before. But just in case. Level 4 mage spells. Breathes fire. Magic resistant and immune to fire. Well, there go a lot of my favorite offensive spells. Holy crap, how is Peridot not dead right now? Steven, one revive, please. And let's get close enough to make Curse All effective. And similarly, Slow Group. Ooh, Nullbug could be really good here. Peridot, can you Oh, I did give Peridot level 4 mage spells at some point, and she's got 2 of them. Venom arrows could potentially be useful. If they had better range on them. And I don't feel like making Peridot a big target at the moment. Okay, the good news is my frontline fighters are drawing aggro. The bad news is my frontline fighters are getting kind of chewed up, especially Steven. It's nullbug time. Drake undamaged. How tough are these guys? Yeesh. Slight downside of using the nullbug is I can't target things that are entirely encased in anti-magic fields. So, Fire Lizard, you get poisoned too. Actually, I can do a Wall of Force. It'll get Connie and Steven in it too. Oh, I can annoy you guys. Oh good, still not dead. Ouch, though. I think I can learn to like venom arrows. It's really too bad I can't cast Firewalk and have that make everyone fire resistant. Ooh, Garnet, look at you go with that halberd. Down to one Drake. Yay. The drake rises, having healed itself of its wounds. It flexes its enormous muscles, and without a word to you, moves over to devour several of the dead drakes. Its lizard allies eat the rest. Assuming there's any lizard allies left. When the grisly meal is complete, it walks over to you. I thank you for your assistance. You deserve a boon. It moves into its lair and returns with a suit of plate mail held in its teeth, which it gives to you. Our business is done. Go now. You have little choice but to obey. Free plate armor. Nice. Now, was Bolton one of the places where I can get a weapon augmented? Can't take horses inside. I see. Armorsmith, no. Voster. Improvements, yes. So first I save. I don't think I can actually afford any augmentations from this guy. Probably just a +2, where the augmentations I could get up in Farport, I think Farport was +1. Oh, I could enchant the bronze short sword just to see what it does. Yeah, it's a +2. That's not very impressive at this point. Useful knowledge, at least. Hey, unicorns. Now I'll have to drop by Krizan at some point to drop those off. Swampy area here. It is possible to ford the river here. All right. There's some random Nephilim over there. You encounter a Nephilim patrol. The Nephilim have been terribly harassed by the ogres, Empire, and humans in general, so they're about to attack. But then see you have a Nephil with your group. They give you the benefit of a doubt and move off. Wonderful. And this hooks up with territory we've already seen. Hello. As you approach the remote hut, flame spells sear the ground in front of you. As you scurry for cover, you hear a man shout, "Oops! Sorry! Overreacted! Come up here, quick!" Do you? Sure. You approach nervously and find a small, scraggly man with a wand. He says, "Sorry, with all the goblins about, I tend to lob spells first and look after. I'm Bulon. Care to come in for stew?" You enter his hut and find that the stew is repellent. You also notice that the hut is full of alchemical equipment. You ask Bulon about it. He says, "Yeah, I'm doing alchemy stuff out here. Best to work away from towns, just to keep from frying people. Just found a great recipe for weak poison, using holly. Interested? Well, somewhat pricey for a weak poison recipe winds up to being 39 gold. And I already know the recipe anyway. Huzzah. Oh, I think I'm back to that goblin ambush area. This stagnant, unpleasant marsh is the watering hole for the nearby goblin tribe. Indeed, you've come across a band of them letting their wolves get a drink. Goblins and wargs. No, I specifically need a wolf, please. But a little bit of free golden food is always nice. A lot of this is just a big, empty area. Humans, go back or die! Or die, but I don't want to change the color of my hair or clothing right now. However, I did notice the dungeon entrance right there. Wolfrider Warren. The darkness spooks your horses. I might actually want to leave the horses outside. Wandering monsters will not actually bother them. Because they are fantasy video game horses, not real horses. There's some wolves. You remove the required parts from the monster's corpse. You now only have to deliver them to receive your well-earned payment. I guess somebody wanted a wolf skin for something. Door is locked. I can fix that. This kitchen and dining hall were probably taken over by the goblins. The tables, chairs, and cooking pots were once nice, but have been wrecked by neglect, abuse, and the idle picking of many claws. Hello? Goodbye. And you've got an ogre friend. Good, a challenge. By which I mean not much of a challenge at all, really. Plenty of garbage about the place. These barracks were originally made for humans. The beds and doors are human-sized. Being used by filthy, clawed goblins, however, has caused everything to decay. The beds are nightmares of filth and fleas. A lever? There's a stout wooden lever protruding from the ground. Pull it. Pull the lever! You hear clanking. I'm guessing a gate opened up somewhere. Ah, I'm in the ogre den. We've got some edible food. And a lamp. Oh, really? This is the only room in this wrecked fort the goblins haven't penetrated. Even if they'd been able to break the door down, they wouldn't have been able to bring down these barriers. Aha. And neither can I. How irritating. Oh no, bad doggies! Here's a gate that's closed. And here's a bunch of enemies asking for a fireball. Okay. Aha! We have penetrated into the goblin-held valley. You see what looks like a mine entrance to the north. It is guarded by a band of goblins, ready to make their final stand. They charge. They've got us surrounded, the poor sods. Ah, the sound of masses of goblins dying. Sweet music to my ears. You reach the goblin's mine. Although it's typically shoddy goblin construction, it looks safe to explore. Enter it. You search the mine, and find that the goblins' digging techniques, while crude, were quite sufficient to tap the rich veins in these tunnels. You see both gold and silver ore, waiting for industrious souls to knock it out of the walls. While you have neither the skill or the time to start a mining operation, you are more than happy to help yourself to the silver nuggets and gold dust you find in a side chamber. You are now quite a bit wealthier. Quite a bit wealthier indeed. Very good. I could even return to Sharamik right now to get on with busting up the Troglos some more. But I think I might explore a little bit more first. I'll see you next time. Have a good one, everybody.